Okay, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mangg. Welcome back for some more Dominion 6. Last time we looked at M.A. Darnassus, based on the Warcraft faction of Night Elves. And, yeah, they were not very overpowered, were they? They were fine-ish. But we got clapped by an actually overpowered nation, and that was that. Now, granted, we lost one battle and we gave up, which is not really the attitude of winners, to say the least. But that one sort of decisive loss is sort of indicative of, if not an overall defeat, at least a much longer game. Yeah, so we can go to war with a nation and still win fairly quickly, but for that to work, we kind of have to have well, we have to have a good army, and we have to have a quick path to thrones to win. Wiping out a nation or an extended war for any reason is never going to be that quick. Anyways, let's move on and roll up another one. 200. EA Xinjiang, Jade Kingdom. I've done it. I did it on stream at least. I feel like we also did a recording of it. But God, my brain is a bunch of mush. We've done this, right? Because I remember the Amazon levies and having the tattoos and stuff. And the Jade Maidens were sacred with tattoos. Like, I'm pretty sure we did it. The Amazon guards, I'm pretty certain. So we're going to roll up a different one. I know I did it on stream at the very least. 114. M.A. Valmorin. I have done it on stream, although it was a long time ago now. I could do it again. M.A. Valmorin. I'm pretty sure I know what it all looks like. Yeah, they get the Dragon Guards, the Siege Engines, the Fire Belchers. A lot of very nice dwarven stuff. Alright, we'll do it. We'll do it just because the game that I did play them on was pretty quick when I did it on stream. So if we redid the Illusion Nation, because it was a quick game, we'll redo this one. As for a map, I'm feeling Archipelago, actually. Yeah, I'm feeling kind of archipelagish. Archipelagish. We're gonna do that. This is probably 208. Okay. For Archipelago. Fuck, I've already forgotten. I've already forgotten how many player counts it is. It's 169 land, 20 sea, so I think usually we like 8 on this one. Hmm. 7, 8. We are playing as Valmorhen, the last Theg. Kingdom Under the Mountain, the last refuge of the Dwarven race. This is based on partly based on a Dragon Age. Dwarves from Dragon Age. It is the only Theg, the only great city to have survived the Blight Wars, a century-long struggle that all but consigned the dwarven race to a distant memory. The crumbling and eroding subterranean roads that once used to connect countless dwarven Thegs across the land are now silent and dark. Blah, 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 blah. Deep under the mountains, the Legion of the Dead marches out into the brooding dark, determined to reclaim the dwarven kingdom and all its lost secrets and memory. Yet none speak of the horrid stench of death and decay that still fills the dwarven deep roads, or of the encroaching taint that spreads through the very earth like a blight. When conquering independent lands for the first time, the dwarves of Morhen have a 12% chance to rediscover a gold mine in mountains and caves, and an additional 12% to rediscover either an iron, copper, or silver mine in all other land types. Nice. So it's a race of dwarves with partial dark vision and mountain survival. We have heavy infantry, crossbows, arbalists, siege engines. We can equip Rune Guard with superior weapons and armor. We get earth and fire magic, some air and astral. Moderate priests. The Dragon Guard Dragon Fire weapons benefit fully from all weapon blesses, even though it is a breath-based weapon. Nice. Productivity +1, Drain +1. Standard forts. Pathfinder. Very dirt cheap. Stealth 55, Mountain Survival. Good, good. Ironclad, 50 Leadership, Mountain Survival, Dark Vision. Artificer. They get a castle defense bonus and siege bonus of 20, and are masons. Dwarf Lord, 100 leadership. Standard stuff, pretty good. Love these sprites. Shaper of Memory, 2 holy, and Spell Singer, which has no effect on divine spells. Color me confused. Yeah. Dwarf Rune Master. There you go. 1 fire, 1 earth. Fire, air, earth, astral, 10% for another one. They are spell singers, but they do not suffer from the slow casting penalty, unlike other dwarves. That is crazy. That means that literally, they just have half fatigue cost on every spell. That's very nice. So, 25% of these will have 2 fire, 25% will have 2 earth, 25% of them will have 1 fire, 1 earth, 1 air, and then 25% of them will have an astral in there for some communions. But I don't know if we'll ever have enough for really... Maybe, we might. Dwarf Rune Smith. 1 fire, 2 earth. They have Inept Researcher 2, which kind of sucks. They have a resource bonus of 5, which is fine. Spell Singer, but they do get the speed penalty. To forge and equip rune guards with superior weapons and armor, a runesmith must enter the Runeforge site. No more than 2 of each rune guard type will be outfitted each month, and the price for outfitting each soldier will be 20 gold coins. Okay. I mean, that's kind of interesting. We'll see about that. Dwarf Enchanter. 4 recruitment points. 2 Earth, 1 Astral. Spell Singer with the speed penalty. And can summon allies. I don't know what exactly they can summon. Something. If this were 2 recruitment points, honestly, I would just take these. This would be my mage, because they'd have guaranteed 2 earth, and they could do big earth communions. Yeah, they'd have the speed penalty from Spell Singer, but still, it's not that bad. But the 4 recruitment points just kind of makes it so I'm probably not going to get any of them. Maybe 1 to see what they summon, but usually it's shit. Paragon, cap only. 160 leadership. 1 fire, 2 earth, 2 holy. Fire, earth, and then fire, air, earth, astral, 10% for another one. So you could get 4 earth out of these guys. You could, theoretically, if all stars align, get 5 earth, but that'll never happen. You can also get 3 fire, 2 earth. Which is pretty good. And they're 2 holy, and they have 160 leadership. They are old, however, meaning they suck ass. Resource bonus 8, forge bonus 1, earth elemental empowerment plus 1. That's not bad. And they're spell singers. Yeah. Thug potential? 13 base attack, 13 base defense, 16 base hit points. They even get 3 natural protection. If they snag the astral, ideally they get 2 fire, 2 earth, 1 astral. But we don't do thugs. It's just like a thought exercise, really. And then Dead Lord. Recruited in non-fort highlands, mountains, and caves. What the fuck? 28 hit points. 22 protection. 13 MR, 30 morale. 17 defense with a parry 7 shield of the Legion. And they have an Axe of the Legion. 16 attack, 29 armor piercing damage. Huh. Yeah, none of this can be removed, so their actual thug potential is kind of limited, but it's interesting. They also have 150 leadership. Units, we have Prospector. They do have 14 protection, I suppose, and they make a little gold for you, but yeah. The pickaxe hits hard as hell, but 7 attack is just so low. Ore Miner. Instead of gold, they get your resource bonus 2 for just being in the province. But they also have 7 attack on their pickaxe. Tunneler. Well, they go up to a shovel, which is length 3, 8 attack, 18 damage. But yeah, still, like, I just don't like that. Deep Guard. All the way up to 17 protection. With a dagger and a range 40 crossbow. Okay. Deep Guard with an arbalist. Range 50, 16 armor piercing. Every 3 rounds. It is pretty nasty. And for that cost, that's really not too bad. You could have a lot of arbalists, but that is very painful. Deep Guard with shield and axe. 17 protection on the body, 12 defense with a parry, 5 shield. 12 MR, 11 morale, 7 speed with a 20 damage axe, 11 attack. It's a pretty solid, sturdy, heavy infantry, I would say. Not too many complaints about that. Yeah, I wish the defense was slightly higher, sure, but still 12 with a parry 5 shield is pretty robust. Rune Guard. 14 hit points, 22 protection, 18 defense with a parry, 8 shield, 13 MR, 13 morale, 5 speed, with a 13 attack, 19 damage, magic damage, rune sword. Good lord. And these guys can be empowered? They can be outfitted with better gear? How much better does it get? I don't even get to find out. It's just better. There's also the Rune Guard with a Rune Hammer and no shield. It does hit very hard. 25 magic blunt damage, 14 attack, length 3. They will repel quite a lot with that. And their protection is pretty nuts. 22 protection. I would say... I don't know, man. That is just... This thing is so beautiful. It's really hard for me to not want to take that. They are faster at 7 speed, if that's a factor. I think maybe if you have crossbows, you're going to use crossbows or arbalists, and you want a frontline, this is what you want. Because practically every arbalist shot is going to hit the shield. Meaning that it has to go through like 40 protection. But due to the way piercing works, I mean, that's still... The arbalist is still going to hurt your dude sometimes. Yeah, I would say on average, you're still going to take like a damage or two. Which is nuts. But if these guys got hit by the arbalist, I mean, geez. You're taking like 7 or 8 points of damage. So crossbow is a little bit... with crossbow, you're almost never going to get hurt with the shield. But you're still going to get hurt if you don't have it. I mean, anything can hurt anything eventually, but yeah, on average. So if you're not using crossbows and you just want killers, then yeah, these guys certainly are more killy. Organ gun. 12 hit points, 17 protection, 8 defense, 12 MR, 11 morale, 6 speed. Has a dagger, but he has the organ gun. So it's 4 shots every 3 rounds, range 20, 18 blunt armor piercing. So it's a tricky thing. It's not super defensible. 17 protection is not that high. 12 hit points is not that high. And range 20 is pretty short. They're also really expensive at 80 resources. So I'm not enamored with this thing, but I guess in enough volume they would be pretty devastating. But yeah, every 3 rounds, range 20. I mean, you have to really line stuff up. Like you need your front line to be just in front of these things when contact happens, and that's tricky. Range 20 is short. Fire Belcher. Same protection, same hit points. They do get a tower shield, though. 13 defense and a parry 7 tower shield. That's a pretty significant bump. These aren't 2 separate things. It's 1 unit. So the tower shield does, you know, defend the gun. They have a range 15, so even shorter range. 12 armor piercing beam with a lingering cloud. You have to be even more sort of close quarters here with this thing. But they do use this sometime in melee, and they have a torch attack, which is pretty nice. 15 blunt damage and 8 armor piercing fire. They are even more expensive, though. 150 resources for each of these. So you're lucky if you're getting one of these out per turn. But if you want to go with rune guards, I mean, the amount of resources you're going to need are crazy high. Dwarven Siege Engine. 200 gold, 375 resources, 150 recruitment points. Good lord. But it's at 60 hit points, 24 protection, size 7 trampler, with slash and pierce resist, and fire 15, poison 25. With a 25 damage crush, armor piercing, and can spew flames for 18 armor-piercing fire in a beam that leaves a cloud. They are monstrous. We will want them. Dragon Guard, cap only, sacred. 15 hit points, 22 protection, 14 MR, 14 morale, no shield, 9 defense. They do have fire resist 5 built on. Skirmisher. 25 damage Dragon Staff, length 2. And then range 6 Dragon Fire, which does 8 armor-piercing fire damage, not magic damage, in a beam once every 3 rounds. They also use it in melee too. It does not leave a cloud behind. It's just a burst of fire. Eight armor-piercing fire is decent. The real kicker, I suppose, is that you can add weapon buffs onto this. Presumably, also flaming weapons. So it would be 8 armor-piercing fire and then 8 armor-piercing fire. I don't know what other shenanigans you'd really get up to with weapon buffs. I mean, I guess you could put, like, poison weapons on it. That could be kind of good. You could put, like, life drain on it. I don't know. I don't know what you could really do, but it's kind of funny. And then Dead Legionnaire, non-Fort Highlands Mountains Caves. 22 protection, 15 hit points, 13 MR, 30 morale, with a 26 damage battle axe. Yeah, these guys are quite monstrous. We'll want to probably get some of these. Although, again, much like the other guys, they're not going to hold up well against crossbows or arbalists. And they have no fire resist. Maybe they just do it, you have a separate army that's just dead legionnaires. I think they'd be very good just on their own. Alright, spells. For conjuration, we have a whole lot of nothing, not a single one. Alteration. Stone Grit. 5 earth required, 8 earth gems. Grants affliction resistance 3 to the selected commander. If you already have affliction resistance, it's increased by +3. Okay, fine. Encase in stone, combat spell in battle. 5 earth required, 4 earth gems. Does 8 damage to every enemy, as long as they're not flying or riding. Defense negates. That's 8 normal damage. No, untyped, not armor piercing, not armor negate, just 8 damage. So it's not super good, but that's probably what Earthquake is, right? Then you have Tremors, which is Earth Grip on every enemy unit. Defense negates. That's pretty nuts. And then it summons 5 stones. Stones will spring up around much of the enemy army, surrounding them and trapping them in place. Huh. Well, it's pretty good, but it's also Alteration 9. So it's a little tricky. Evocation, we get Runic Bolt, Earth Astral. 35 plus range, 75% casting time, 10 precision, 20 fatigue, 25 plus armor piercing damage, and Soul Slain. Well, that's pretty, that's a lot of damage. It's a lot of damage. It's not, perfect accuracy, but an extra 10 precision is pretty nice. That fatigue cost is pretty nice. But it's Earth Astral, which means you have to be the enchanter to do it. Well, no, 25% of our rune masters will be able to do it. Alright, it's an option for them in combat. It's pretty good. Runic Barrage, however, you have to be the enchanter. In a communion, I would imagine. 45 plus range, 10 plus 3 area number of effects. 25 plus armor piercing. 25 plus 5 armor piercing damage. Unfortunately, it drops a lot in precision, but you know, as the early scripts that you do after you do like Communion Master, you do a couple of runic barrages. It's a lot of damage. Yeah, especially if you can get up to like Earth 5 or something. You're throwing out 16 of these things with each master. It's pretty strong. Stone Sunder for Earth. Affects 10% of the battlefield with Earth Grip. 10% of enemies with Earth Grip. It doesn't sound like much, but that can sway a battle. You know, depending. It's also only 4 Earth, so a lot of Earth mages, 2 Earth mages with Earth boots could cast that. Okay, construction. Defender of the Theg. 5 Earth gems, 4 Earth required. Permanently grants plus 20 castle defense to the caster. Okay. Forge Master. 3 fire, 3 earth, 15 Earth gems. Permanently grants plus 10% forge bonus to the caster. Nice. Although that's 10% less gems required, right? And it costs 15 gems to do that. I mean, I guess. Like, the Dwarven Hammer is popular, and that does the same thing, right? Oh, I guess Forge bonus 2 for 15. I don't know, man. Maybe that's not very good. Stone Golem. Summons Dwarven Golem Commander for 15 Earth Gems. Golem Control Rod items need to keep a Golem in check. If a Golem Control Rod is not present in a province of the Golem, it will eventually turn hostile and attack. A Golem Control Rod can control up to 10 Golems in a province regardless of the number of rods. Okay. Interesting. Gate Stone. Create a Gate Stone site which enables instantaneous travel to other lands with a Gate Stone. It can only be cast in mountains, highlands, and caves. And has to be pure mountains and highlands and caves, no cross terrain. It's pretty strict, man. Cast Pure Golem. Transforms the selected commander into a Dwarven Golem. All the target's magic skills are retained. With 30 Earth Gems. Construction 8. Okay. Enchantment. Well, no, we didn't look at items, I suppose. But I usually don't hold out much hope. But we do get a discount on the Dwarven Hammer. That makes sense. We get a discount on the Lodestone Amulets. We get Silver Ingot. Produces 8 gold every month. So say I have... Let's say I have 20 mages in my capital. They all make this one turn. I just stop research and we all make that. And they all equip it. That's an extra 160 gold per turn. Honestly, that's not bad. I can't argue with that too much. It's not amazing, but it's not bad. Get a discount on the Crown of Lead and the Lead Shield. We can make a Dwarven Pickaxe, which also produces 3 gold per month. And 5 resources. That's nice. Ceremonial Battle Axe, plus 3 morale. Okay. Golem Control Rod. Yep. Crystal Axe gives magic power 1. Armor piercing damage. Axe of the Legion. Yep. Seen that. Lodestone Shield. Autocast Disrupt Magic. AoE 50. Has a chance to interrupt the spell casting of mages. Chance 5 divided by max HP percent plus 25%. Divided by 2 if combat caster are mindless. Still, it's an auto cast every round. It will definitely interrupt something eventually. But the wearer gets -1 to all their magic scoop spells, -50 fast casting, +4 MR, +5 to all resistances. And it's a 30 protection shield, parry 12. Good God. The thing is, who are you going to equip this on? Because -1 to all magic paths and -50 fast casting. So all your spells take 50% longer. That's a tough sell. So this would have to be equipped on somebody that doesn't really care about magic. Or is an innate caster, but that's... I don't think in vanilla there's a single innate caster that's not a statue. Well, no, there's some, right? Isn't there... Doesn't Nazca have one or something? Actually, I don't know. Shield of the Legion, also decent. Helmet of the Legion, fine. I mean, none of this is that amazing. It's fine. Dwarven Ring gives 1 temporary Earth Gem for 5 Earth Gems. That's awesome. This is exactly the type of item we wish was in the base game, so that's great. And Lodestone Ingot, -1 magic, +6 MR. Yeah, you know, maybe on a golem or something. I don't know. And if you go all the way to 7, you get a bunch of stuff. Brawler's Ring, auto spell, Fists of Iron, which is pretty good. Moonstone Ingot gives +1 to all magic, but -1 Master Ritualist and Smith, so it's really just for combat. Gold Ingot gives 30 production per month. Ooh. Ancestor Stone gives Fury of the Ancestors as a battle spell. And is auto bless. I don't know what exactly it does. It says empowers their weapons, enables them to cut through armor with ease. So it gives them armor piercing or something. I don't know. And then Runestone. 1 morale, 1 strength, 1 affliction resistance, 1 reinvigoration, and gives 5 protection on the body, which is very, very rare on a miscellaneous slot. Alright. Yeah, it's fine. Enchantment, we have Gatestone Travel through those Gatestones. Yep, allows you to teleport. Kingdom Under the Mountain, 4 Earth, 4 Fire, 10 Earth Gems. Mountain Province income plus 25%. But only in mountain and caves, no cross terrain. Okay, Thaumaturgy. Nothing. Blood, of course, nothing. Divine, nothing. Okay. Well, what do we think? I really like Rune Guards. I think this is a phenomenal unit that we'll get a lot of enjoyment out of. And I think combining that with probably just crossbows, because I'm a pansy. But crossbows with flaming weapons. Problem is, these guys don't have fire resistance. True. But it's 8 armor-piercing fire, so on average, they won't suffer any damage from the fire either. And then I'm leaning towards, I suppose... I don't know, just siege engines. If I was going to pick one of these two, with our setup, I guess I'd lean towards Organ Gun. Just because it doesn't do... Although that's an insane amount of damage. 18 armor piercing. That's more than... Well, it's probably about equal to the Arbalest, I suppose. Because this is armor piercing plus piercing. That's like 57 or 58% piercing. So this is just 50% piercing. So if it hits a shield, yeah, on average it won't do anything. So I'm leaning towards Organ Guns, Rune Guards, and Crossbow Deep Guards. Which leaves Sacreds. The Sacreds are good. I think they're perfectly fine. I think this attack is not amazing on its own, because it doesn't add your strength at all. But if you ignore the Dragon Fire completely and just delete that, they have a length 2 Dragon Staff that does 25 damage. That's pretty strong. That is quite strong in its own right. They also have 22 protection, mostly from armor. So if you want to bump this up and throw, like... Honestly, like if you threw Bark Skin on this, really, and just remove their fire resistance... But the problem is they are going to be shooting dragon fires all over the place, so you don't want to remove fire resistance. So you'd have to add fire resistance on. I think they're fine. Okay, that's understandable. I think they're pretty good. But the last time I played as this nation, I did pretty much only make sacreds. So I want to kind of avoid sacreds this time. And I also want to try the Dead Legionnaires a bit. So yeah, we're going to avoid using sacreds, which means we don't need to go much on bless, which is good because we want 3 productivity for sure. We also need a decent amount of money here, so I would say 2 order. I think we're looking at scales here. Pretenders, we do get some very cool looking shit here. We get a lot of unique pretenders. So we get the Great Anvil. Unteleportable means pretty much no. But it is Fire Earth, gets 25% Forge bonus, Master Smith 1, which is pretty nice. The Paragon statue, 3 Earth, Order +1, Forge bonus 20%, but it is an inept Smith. Under the influence and guidance of the Paragon statue, a random Paragon will be exalted to the position of a high Paragon. That's pretty nice. Heart of the Mountain. Fire Earth off 5 / Pierce Resist. Inept Smith 1. Gem Generator 3 Earth Gems. That's pretty nice. And Farcaster Earth 3. That's nuts. That means it gets 75% further range on any Earth spell in combat. And Rituals extra 3 provinces. That's nuts. But unfortunately, it only has 57 hit points. It does have 30 natural protection, which is ludicrously high before you even consider buffs. Because you can pretty easily get that up to 38, I think. Which is very high. It's probably pretty powerful, but, you know. It's not as cool looking as this. The Crystal Golem. Earth Astral, Reconstruction 3%, Awe 2 / Pierce Resist. Blind, Spirit Sight, Inept Researcher 8, 27 damage, Armor Piercing, Crush, and Mesmerizing Lights, AoE 5. MR negates easily stun, I imagine. Still, that's pretty nice. Also, 22 natural protection and 107 hit points with full gear slots. That's pretty cracked. Very nice. The Magma Golem has Fire Earth, a lot of the same stuff. Fire Resist 25, Heat 4, Fire Shield 7, Fire Power 1, 25 damage Flaming Fist with 12 armor piercing fire on a hit, and can throw flames, range 25, 24 armor piercing. Well, the biggest bonus really is the Heat Aura and the Fire Shield. So he loses the Mesmerizing Lights, which is a bummer, but having that just passively... Granted, Fire Shield would be really readily available to him anyways. I wonder if it stacks. I kind of doubt it. What the other one gets, though, is Body Ethereal, which is even more ridiculous. And we can just give it fire to give it Fire Shield anyways. And it has built-in Awe, too. Yeah, I still lean towards the Crystal. Corrupted Golem gets Earth Blood, gets a Fear Aura of 5, and a 27 damage Armor Piercing Crush. So, yeah, the problem is Blood doesn't really appeal to me at all as far as a magic path. And you're mostly just relying on a Fear Aura. So, no, I still lean towards Crystal Golem. Right now, that's the strongest contender, even though that's not a very good scale choice. We also get the Cave Crawler. Earth Death. but Turmoil +1 doesn't appeal to me. Fear Aura, Venomous Fangs, Claw, and a Tail Sweep AoE 1 with 19 protection. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Crystal Golem. Okay, well, we could take that. We could have him awake with no magic. If we wanted to take a little magic, though, getting a third path is... we have to go dormant. But I think in this case, it's probably worth it. I don't think we'll struggle that much in the first year, so it's fine. But we want at least 3 Earth, 3 Astral. And then if I was going to pack another path, it would probably be Fire, but I could see an argument for Air for Mist Form to be even more ridiculous with reconstruction and stuff. But if we're talking about actual clearing ability, like the ability to remove stuff around us, you want some sort of path. Well, Charge Body, I suppose, is pretty good. I think Air beats out Fire here. I think doing that is the way to go. We could take Misfortune to get higher Dominion, and I don't think that's terrible. Not because I'm taking Sacreds, but just because 3 Dominion is really low. Bumping that up to 5 is pretty good, and then we could get 4 Earth. Okay, for Bless points, we don't really care that much. Our Rune Masters aren't sacred, these aren't sacred, the Enchanters aren't sacred. It's really just like the Paragons and our Pretender himself. So I guess if he was going to pick anything, I could give him Shock Resist because I'm going Charge Body. And then... oh, he doesn't have Recuperation. That's true. So I think Unbreakable. That's it. Seg. Alright, Thrones. We have 8. So by the math, we're looking at like 11. But I'm going to go ahead and go 12, just because we've had too many rough games on this math. Alright, let's do it. Morhen. We got one there right out the gate. That's good, that's good, that's good. Let's scout this way. You, my friend, are going to become a prophet. And then... so we need, we probably do want runesmiths. We want one runesmith to start outfitting rune guards. I'm just going to make one now. I just want to see what it's like. And then we're doing that. Yeah, we need a lot more resources. We'll get them. Research. Well, construction is kind of our main path, our main school. That's for sure. I think there is a strong argument, however, to go down enchantment for Gift of Giant Strength instead. First. But I guess we want the Crystal Golem to be viable right out the gate. He doesn't really need gear, but he's gonna need... does he have anything that's good in here? Well, he will have Flying Shield, actually. That's pretty strong. He'll also have Personal Flight if he wants. And Astral Shield. Astral Shield's strong, too. There's also Shroud of Flying Shards he could get. I don't know how good it is. It's 6 attacks, 1 armor piercing damage around him with a max of 1. It's really, like, I don't... I can go to the Discord. Like, no one's ever discussed it ever. It's just not talked about. No one's ever talked about this spell. It's not very good. I could see then just going at least enchantment 2, and that's our usual anyways. Right. I want you to enter the Rune Forge. So I'm gonna leave 2 behind to be empowered or whatever. Can't do lines with this guy, which is pretty annoying. Sometimes you just want to do lines with a guy. Alright, then our actual mage of choice is going to be the Rune Master. Up to it. There is an argument to be made to start by making a bunch of ore miners to give resource bonuses. So if I did that, like how many of these could I get per turn? 5, 10, 12? So 12, that's going to add on immediately an extra 24 resources this turn. Which isn't that much. But I just want to rest, because if I can just add like 200 resources to my capital, that's kind of nice. They can just sit there and eat up upkeep. Okay, well, some of us got routed. Ah, there's a throne right there. And a throne here. Oh, this is beautiful. So we gotta just control this island. Step here. Take this, build a fort there. And then probably... Ooh, yes. Oh, this is gonna be a nice, easy game. Excellent. We don't want to have to work for anything. Okay, so did they get empowered? Valgrin's Guard. So they have Affliction Resistance and Reinvigoration 4 now. 22 protection still. So, only have 14 hit points. Okay, so their protection, defense, damage did not go up at all. They just gain... Yeah, they literally just gain Affliction Resistance and Reinvigoration. Okay. I'm not going to say it's not worth the time and money, but right now it's not worth the time and money. I don't have much of an army here, to be honest. Because I'm trying to just pump out my... resource value. I'll be right back. Alright. Let us watch my very, very small army try to win against a lot of wood elves. And so they did. Badass dwarves, baby. Dwarves are so much better than elves. Nice. Alright. Alright, one last hurrah of these ore miners. Because I think we built up a nice pool of resource there. We want enough resources to get Oh, also we can get a second one of those every other round. We want to get the siege engines. Those are going to be beautiful. Oh, and we can get dead legionnaires here, but they're so expensive. And it's only on non-forts. Oh, I could move a bunch of ore miners there so we can get dead legionnaires. But I need 16 ore miners on the spot to be worth 1 legionnaire a turn. Maybe. We might set up a fort just to crank out these ore miners. But alright. You're done there. Let's see how many rune guards we can get. That's a pretty good amount. I mean, we still have to finish our whole cap circle. It's going to be a lot more than that. But we also want these. There you go. That's a good amount. I'm going to hold here for 1 turn. I know. It's risky. But we've got, I mean, it's gonna be tough for someone to cut us off from all 4 thrones. So I'm pretty optimistic. They also, 2 of them are like sort of nice buffers. But we can't get cocky. All right, let's take another spot. Oh yeah, maybe. Rune guards are gonna clap cheeks. All right, there's Abyssia. Okay. Get more rune guards. More crossbow. Oh yeah, baby. We got this sorted now. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Lizard Warriors might be a little trickier, but we'll see. Oh, an extra 170 resources, you say? Well, that is enough to get the Fire Belcher, but I think we want 2 organ guns. And that's going to be about the limit of it. Which means we are going to have more resources than we know what to do with. So we can ship out some of those ore miners to one of these other spots. Probably... yeah, probably World's Teeth Mountains. But we'll see. Alright. Yeah, it's fine. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and take this right away, so we have that connection. I didn't see a nation in here, so I'm not overly worried, but I like to be sure. Also, we're running into monetary issues now. I'm gonna cut out the second mage for a little bit. There's a lot of guys. Okay. Yep. Oh, there's also one there. Jesus. Alright, we got pick of the litter. We added too many. That's okay. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, getting the siege engine is going to be tricky. A lot of recruitment points I have to give up. Alright, so we have 91 extra resources at least. So, that's 45. I'm gonna send 40 down to World's Teeth and just drop them off. Hey, Sag has arrived. We like that. There he be. 25 protection with that +3 from Earth Magic. Thing of frickin' beauty. Why don't we just have you hit it? So, Charge Body. Body Ethereal. Personal Iron Skin. Personal Mist Form. Blind Shield. Attack closest. I don't think he'll get all those off, but he should get the first 4 at least. Yeah, we need money, so we gotta just start taking a lot of provinces here. After Alteration 4, we're going to start going down Construction to 5. Let's see how he does. Big fucking golem. Oh, he got everything, no problem. Yeah, 30 protection with Body Ethereal. I think Mist Form got popped instantly from the Charged Body. So, that's probably not worth casting. But he's certainly quite capable. Good. Actually, we should invest in a proper commander now. Yes, give me a proper Paragon or Dwarf Lord. Fuck it, let's get one Paragon, huh? Barbarian's a little tougher of a sell there. That's so excited about that. But maybe... Okay, drop Charge Body. Will depend on Mist Form. In which case, the Flying Shards would be better. Fire Shield would be better. A lot would be better. I don't know. Personal Flight, attack rear. I doubt it'll happen, but... Because it's usually like one Barbarian Chief that's up there with them anyway. Okay, I'm just gonna wait for a moment till we get our Paragon, which will be a bit. Yeah, I mean, Barbarians hit very hard, but to crack Mist Form, like, you gotta hit very fucking hard with 30 protection. And then with Reconstruction 3%, I'm not sure what he's healing exactly, but I'm sure it's okay. If he even took anything, because he also has Awe 2 and Body Ethereal. And on top of that, he has Flying Shield. So anything that did happen to connect, 50% chance they have to go through 50 protection. It probably doesn't work like that, but it's fine. Alright, we lost Troll Woods, with the possibility of losing more. I don't care for that. Why don't you go take that back real quick? The battle in Troll Woods. Sure was. Nice. Against barbarians, no less. Alright, we'll just keep stomping just so we can get our connections. But we did get our Paragon. Where am I? Okay. Keep making runes masters. Where did we get this massive influx of recruitment point? Oh, because I wasn't building organ guns. Yes, there you go. Yeah, Paragon's gonna sit there for the moment. And then we're eventually gonna go take some thrones. I do think Golem probably can do something like this. It's a lot of shit, but not that big of a deal. I would just like him to have something. I guess he could cast Curse of Stones. That would be pretty significant. Yeah, I suppose that would be pretty significant. It's such a nice, accessible spell. Enraged. That's what it does? Oh, so they'll hit each other. Oh, that's really damn good then when we're getting swarmed. Okay, he's got potential. Alright, alright. Oh yeah, we're gonna make Legionnaires. I forgot. Oh, we don't even need them. The Rune Guards are so ridiculous. I don't think he even got hit. I don't think he even got hit. Like 0 damage was ever done. They didn't even get into mist form to do 1 damage. Like, Awe is just fucking dominating. And then they're all enraged and they're like attacking each other. The heavy cavalry hit heavy cavalry in the arm with a Morning Star. Hitting the leg with broadsword. In the arm with broadsword. Like, they're attacking each other constantly. This thing's crazy good. Yeah. He can take thrones. He also has full gear slots. Let's not forget. We're gonna go back home. Yeah, so we have Construction 3. We could make some shit for him. What's his MR? Yeah, his MR is definitely his weak spot. So if we wanted to do the Lodestone Amulet as one of his miscellaneous, and then I'd actually like Stone Birds maybe as the other one for more AoE. That's 5 air gems. Then, God, yeah, I mean, we can give him body armor. His protection value will be insane. He also has 0 encumbrance. What the fuck? Well, yeah, I'm gonna give him Black Steel full play just so we can see how high we can crank these numbers. And we'll give him a Crown of Lead. For shield... Yeah, Shield of Meteoric Iron would be pretty nice, actually. But that would be a lot more encumbrance, so I'm not sure. Although he has 0... It doesn't add any encumbrance. Yeah, fuck it. It's Astral 3, Earth 2, though. I don't think I can actually make that. He can make it for himself. Okay, we'll let him do that himself. And then for a weapon... Well, as long as it doesn't take away the lights, I suppose like a Mace of Eruption is a fine choice. But since I have to wait anyways... for him to get back to the lab... Oh, we can get a stone golem. If we want to do stone golem stuff. But it's Earth 4. So our big guy would have to do it, or we have to wait for Construction 5 for Earth boots. Okay, let us load up and load out. We've got our Paragon. Load it up. Load it up. Load it up. Mages. We do have Soldiers of Steel. What we don't have is Summon Earth Power. So I'm going to go ahead and slap that on. And we're going to take... Well, I guess I don't need it, but we're going to take... I don't want to take the other guy with 3 Earth. Shockingly, I don't have that many with 2 Earth. Okay, we'll take the 2 other guys that have 2 Earth. What the fuck? How did that happen? I have a lot of 2 Fire. And we're going to go for this one. Also, I have 3,000 gold, by the way. Oh, and we have a neighbor, Igchal. With deep hydras, I believe. So I'm gonna make a fort here. Give us a buffer. He is a monster. A goddamn monster. Also, I think I have him set on... Yeah, okay. We have a bunch of relatively easy thrones. I'm set on Iron Skin instead of... Oh no, Iron Skin is what we want. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Construct Palisade. I think also we want to get a priest out there. Charles going to war and yet refuses to be buddies with me. It's weird. Why are you doing that, man? Alright, we're going for it. So, as far as a script, summon Earth Power. I could have grabbed Curse of Stones. Whoops. Soldier of Steel twice. That's the script. We're sticking to it. Hold and attack, hold and attack, hold and fire, hold and fire. Hold and fire, although I'm really iffy on that. better. Okay. Yeah, so the organ guns, they're pretty slow. They're speed 6, but these guys are speed 5, so they actually are a little faster. So theoretically, this shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, shouldn't be too bad of like a timing issue. We shall see. Big Child is not accepting. "24 protection total with Soldier of Steel." Are they already get routed? What the hell? Alright, we're gonna see the organ guns in action here. Boom! Boom, 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 boom. Remember, the Vine Men have blunt resist. But it's still gonna be a nice bloodbath. Now, we are gonna lose rune guards here due to our own organ guns. That's just part of it. We knew that was inevitable, but hopefully they get a lot of kills on the enemy. We definitely stomped them. We lost 3 rune guards. One of them apparently to a light infantry. I would assume. Somehow he got very, very lucky. The organ guns got a total of 28 kills. So 25 on the enemy. Compared to the 180 from rune guards. The kills they got. And the 59 from the crossbows. Yeah, it was fine. I mean, this is a rune guard army, so it is to be expected. But the organ guns helped. Alright, we're waiting a moment, I guess. You are going to search and claim, and we will build a port tier. After construction, we want enchantment, and then evocation. I don't know what I'll do with it, but we'll figure something out. Eggchaw accepted. Excellent. And we got the Throne of Fire. You are going to construct the temple. Our Paragon got diseased and lost an arm. Because he's fucking old. Oh, you fuck. Tempted to just take this same army and go for this one. While I have my stupid diseased commander. We got construction 5, so you now can make your things. Oh, you could make the lodestone shield, but I don't think that's smart. I kind of need my magic. No, he can't. Oh, yeah, he has an F. Smith, doesn't he? Well, he can make the lead shield for more MR. It's really his biggest problem is MR. Okay, so what does that give you then? Well, first of all, he has 34 protection before buffs. That's pretty good. He needs boots. He does not have a shield. So he's making the shield. And he doesn't have a weapon. He needs boots and a weapon. As far as boots are concerned, we don't have that many options for a guy like him. Weapons, also not many options. Yeah. I mean, I could just give him, like, the main gouge of parrying, but sort of whatever. Yeah, he doesn't really have any great options. Earth Boots, I suppose, just to make it less fatigue for Curse of Stones when he casts it. It's fine. And then the weapon is probably gonna be the Mace of Eruption. I don't think his defense... No, his defense is garbage. But I suppose with the shield and the main gouge, it's fine. He's actually a worse attack probably than the Crush, but you know, it's fine. That bumps him up to 5 Earth. 34 protection, 176 hit points right now. 18 defense is pretty okay. He still keeps the crush attack, so he just added an extra attack for 38 piercing damage. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, alright, this is pretty good. And we got him up to 28 MR, although plus 3 in Dominion. So 25 still. Pretty good. We're going to give you some Earth Gems to do some fun stuff with. And you'll take that. You will build a temple. We still don't have a connection on anyone else. Everything's looking peaceful. This game's going to be done before you know it. Alright, let's see the organ guns against a different opponent here. One not resistant to bludgeoning damage. Although the crossbows are going to be... Okay. Yeah, they're not super hot. Lost 2 rune guards on that, both to friendly fire. Damn. Although that could be crossbows or... This one is Manticore Watchers. Okay. Well, we're not taking that on. We could. I mean, it would be a challenge, but we're not going to do it. All right. Your script, then. You are opening with... I'd love to do Summon Earth Power just for the extra Earth, but no. So you're going to open with Curse of Stones. Or maybe you should end with Curse of Stones. Yeah, that's way too much fatigue. It's 100 fatigue for him, so he would just be sitting there. But we do have Temper Flesh now. I don't think he really needs it. So we're going to just do the good stuff. Body Ethereal. Personal Mist Form. Personal Iron Skin. And one other thing. Probably Flying Shield. But I don't know if protection stacking is really going to save us. Like, if our protection fails, then I don't know. So probably Astral Shield, really. Astral Shield, and then Curse of Stones. I could set him to cast spells instead of attack, but I really want him to use Mesmerizing Lights, so I think that's the script. And he may not even cast Curse of Stones. He might get interrupted. But we'll see. I think he wins even without it. I guess we'll see. It's actually good that it's dark, I think. I think that helps us. Logger Wold. Show me the money. Okay, he did get Curse of Stones off. He is fatigued out, but now he's spamming it again. There we go. That's the good stuff. Get enraged, my friends. Get fatigued, my friends. Did he cast Curse of Stone? Now, is that a one-time thing, or is it an ongoing thing? Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, it just doesn't affect everybody. Right. So it's a one-time thing. It's not a global enchantment that keeps applying Curse of Stones. You either hit with it or you're not. But still, it's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, he barely got scratched. They didn't even scratch the paint. That was ridiculous. 36 protection and 162 hit points. He's a fucking monster. As an alternative, we could have given him Boots of Trampling, actually. That would have been pretty nuts, too. Maybe we'll switch that up. Flame. Go ahead and make me some Boots of Trampling. Boots of Behemoth. And we're going to get a guy here. We got the Throne of Air. Good. Oh, also, I have a lot of money. I would be really kicking myself if I lost these randomly before I got a Palisade on him. Go back home. You're going here. You are building a temple. Good. You're going here. Good. This is all in the bag. This guy's about to die though. He's in the fucking bag. Gotta get another Paragon. Not that I need a Paragon. I should have just built 2 normal guys. Alright, just wait here for the moment. Also, Enchantment 5 does give us Giant Strength Warriors. So, I actually want you and you and you to all make Dwarven Rings. Okay. Because then they can all cast Giant Strength Warriors once. You, my friend, are going to put on this. And you can head down... No. You can head down there. I'm going to give you more gems. We're still waiting on the Paragon. Or no, did we get the Paragon? Got him. Alright, good. It's a lot of units. Yeah, it's a lot of units. I think that's enough. We got you, and you. Who else was with me? I like to keep the usuals. Well, Glor is about to die, so we'll take Thrain with us. And then we'll grab a few others, I suppose. We don't need much. Roll out, baby. We're ready to end this. Still no connection with anyone else. Do not have Dominion on this throne. Whereas we do have Dominion on this throne. I think we should change course here. You're gonna go take this one. I mean, they're pretty equal, so... Yeah. I lean in that direction. Paragon died. No. Eh? Alright. Let's take it. Shouldn't be... I probably don't even need to script anything at this point, but... we're gonna script it. So we're gonna put the organ guns right where they were. You are going to cast Summon Earth Power. You'll have 5 fucking Earth. I should have given you stuff for Curse of Stones. But you're probably just gonna spam Blade Wind, I would imagine. That's gonna be nuts. You guys, I don't really care. You'll figure something out. You're gonna summon Earth Power and Giant Strength Warriors. Okay. And I'll do it. And you are gonna keep your same script. You're just gonna trample now. Should be pretty fucking good. Alright, take thrones 3 and 4 simultaneously. We'd love to see it. First, our golem. Fatigued out. That's fine. He's trampling. He's trampling. He's casting Enrage all over the place. Oh, it's beautiful, 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 beautiful. Now remember, they're not really going to route easily, but we can HP route the army. Just got to keep getting those little guys, the tribals. He's going all over the place, baby. How's he looking? Well, he's still looking pretty good. He doesn't have Mist Form on, but he's still doing quite well. But now it gets a lot trickier. He could get routed here. But he's thankfully still has Awe applied and the birds. And he still can mesmerize and still trample. So he still has a lot, but then Nightfall, we routed. I don't know, he just vanished. Alright, we didn't take it, but we certainly fucked up the army pretty nicely. What just got cast? Oh, Iron Bane. Okay. Blade Wind! Massive Blade Wind! Oh my god. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We lost 2 rune guards. That's it. Alright. Do it again, buddy. No Curse of Stones this time, that's alright. Gee, it went to 159 rounds again. Found the Labyrinth, Copper Idol. Problem is, he can't really trample the big things, right? Or can he? They have regen, and he can't kill him with trample. He's not doing enough directed damage at anything. But I can't imagine he loses this. It seems crazy to me. Our regular army would have done better here, and he probably would have done fine on the other thrones. So, yeah, we probably fucked up by switching. Just kill anything, really. I mean, very slowly things are dying. And then we route it again a second time. Fuck, you got another 183 kills. Can't believe there's still stuff there. Alright, we are going to, we're gonna put all our money on this. We're gonna head to here just in case. And, he's going to go round 3. Kinda have to go. So I'm hoping this is the end. Stupid fucking... Alright, we don't have the bugs this time, so it's just these things. So stupid, come on. All that regen. So lame. There you go. Finally. He's perfectly unscratched again. What a fucking boss this thing is. Alright, that's it. Boom! Easy game. Now granted, it was partly easy because we had 4 throne connections, like at the start of the game, basically. So that was good, but also the nation was good, and the pretender was fucking ridiculous. This guy is a monster of the highest degree. Very nice Titan. Very nice. But yeah, the army is pretty overpowered. Like, not even touching the sacreds, which I thought were kind of overpowered when I first played. Not even using the siege engine. Yeah, I know we didn't get to it, and I was really worried about putting it in the army with all the flames it would be spewing. But had we gone with sacreds with all the fire resist, I definitely would have. But yeah, the rune guard. I mean, this is a crazy good heavy infantry. Crazy good. And then being able to just add a bunch of resources for free with ore miners. That's nuts. So yeah, really good. Really good. But yeah, that's it. I like I said, I gotta go. So I wanted kind of a quick game, and we got it. So that's all good. Good nation. Glad we did it again. But my name is Mangg. Game watching has been Dominion 6. See you fine folks next time.